Hey, do you have a basement that might have some structural issues or maybe some cracks in it and you're not sure what to do about it? If so, pay attention. This video is going to be for you. Hey, my name is Brandon Yeager, broker with HouseRock Realty, and recently one of our clients, about a week before we went to list the property, we took a walk through and he had some structural issues going on in his basement, and we had a company come out, take a look at it and evaluate it for him, provided a recommendation. However, after the first agent started to go through, we decided that it's probably best for him to get a written report from a structural engineer and make sure that that's what they recommend as well. So long story short, our client had a structural engineer come through, take a look at it, and the structural engineer agreed that the repair that was going to be being done by the company who does that every day for a living, it was sufficient, it was going to be okay. So the company came in, they did the repair, and within about 48 hours after the repair was completed, the client went ahead and had the basement painted because it's an epoxy, it dries, and you're able to then paint it. And very quickly we were able to get 2 offers. Take you guys down, I want to show you the repair. So let's go ahead and take a walk inside. Hey, so while we're heading down to the basement, just wanted to let you know, if you have buyers or if you are a buyer and you're thinking, can you do this if you have an FHA or USDA type of a loan? More than likely, the answer is going to be yes. Ultimately, all those types of answers are going to be based upon what the lender's requirements are. But from what we have seen, including I have flipped a couple properties where we have put the straps on and it has been sufficient for the appraisers and for, in particular, USDA. So let me go ahead, let me show it here to you. Okay, hey guys, we're back. So I'm not sure if you're able to see this, but there is a little line right here, and there is a little line right here. Those lines are actually the Kevlar straps. They're Kevlar or carbon fiber reinforced straps. And what they do is the installer will come and grind the paint off of the block to make it nice and smooth. And then they put the straps, they'll put a base of epoxy, then they put the straps on, and then they come over top and put the epoxy over top of it. And this glue is like absolutely really thick, and it will hold it in place. And it wasn't even a couple years ago, these straps by themselves is all that the strap companies would do, is they would put those straps on and that would be sufficient. They would have a warranty. However, they've even gone on so far now and I'm not sure if you can see it up in here, but there is actually an anchor that mounts up here to this top plate that is on top of the foundation wall. So they have an anchor there, and then if we come down here, let's come down low. There's 2 anchor points that go down into the ground. So this particular strap, it's called a Fortress Stabilization strap. You can Google it. They have excellent videos that kind of explain how the system works. In particular, if I come over here and show you, there is a bit of a gap right here. This is like a lateral shift. And the engineer, he made note of the lateral shift. And what's interesting is these straps will still prevent even lateral movement at the base, as long as there was a couple different things he had itemized in there that said that, yeah, structurally that is okay, and these straps would be sufficient for doing a repair on this type of a wall. So once you have the straps on, it takes about 48 hours, and that is then able to cure, and then it's able to be painted, which is absolutely great, because then you can take a lot of the ugliness that was there and all the kind of green where the epoxy is filling in the cracks, and you can go and paint it. And it makes it look so much better and not as scary. In particular, if it's a first-time home buyer, it helps them to get over that fear of potentially what the structural straps and reinforcements are there for. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Fortress Stabilization straps. They're great if you have some cracks in your foundation. Highly recommend. Talk to a structural engineer. Make sure you get their agreement. It's possible they might look for some type of, steel I-beam or maybe a complete rebuild. It's hard to say, but In our case, we were able to get a nice letter from the structural engineer. They provided recommendations which matched exactly what the seller client was already planning on doing. All right, guys, take care. We'll see you in the next video.